Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are going to a tomb world surrounded by 3 dead stars in a system which has a dying star as its center, and we're going to find out just what is happening here. What does Calcazar want? What was Theodora trying to find? And just what is Nomos? Let's see. Begin scan. Not explored. You scanned all worlds and reported them to the explorators. Now that is very important info. That means that if this is not the final world, we are going back to a previous place we have been to. But I think this must be the final world then. It's a green rock, which is apparently a tomb world. I'm very excited to find out what's going on down here. Lord Captain, we've spotted a planetoid with an unidentified xenostructure. Something tells me this is the place we've been looking for. Augur clerics detect a field of void mines on our trajectory towards the planetoid. What do we see on the planetoid? Practically nothing. The Augur clerics say that the magnetic radiation blinds the machine spirits. We see some kind of wicked pyramid and we're picking up a few encrypted Vox transmissions. Transmit the deactivation code we found on the outpost of the Lord Inquisitor's men. Beginning transmission. Receive and return signal. 5% of the mines reported transition to sleep mode. We've received coordinates in an area designated as main landing site, with a safe channel of approach towards Epitaph and coordinates for landing. Are there any traces of Calcazar? Plenty. We're picking up the remaining Vox echoes, a conversation, standard signals belonging to Augur observation systems, the gas thermal trails of shuttles preparing to land. You know, Lord Captain, it seems to me that this place is about to fall apart. Augurs detect a multitude of signs pointing to structural damage in a tomb located on the planetoid, and they are very fresh. You know what this place reminds me of? You know, a dying planetoid with fresh wounds. It's a little bit, was it Malachor 5 from the second Knights of the Old Republic game. It's a very similar vibe. Anyway, commence preparation of the landing party. I'll lead it personally. Are you certain, Lord Captain? I beg your pardon for such audacity, but this old void wolf's guts telling him this tomb, mate, is very likely to become ours. I've a bad feeling, as if... Forgive me, your lordship, I've completely lost my senses giving out advice like that. I'm ready to face whatever lies in wait. We make the landing. Be careful, your lordship. We'll wait as long as it takes for your retrieval signal, even if every Xeno fleet in the world appears to swat us from orbit. Okay, we didn't get to choose a squad. I think this is the final mission. We were definitely given an extreme hint it was the final mission there. Like a very big hint. Okay. Well, if it's the final mission, then I would imagine that this is going to be our final talking to our companions. The bit where we give our speech about our last stand. On the other hand, it's Nomos. Every person on the bridge freezes in astonishment, watching the remarkable procession approaching your throne. Officers and enforcers are glancing at you questioningly, but do not interfere until they are ordered to. I was saying Nomos previously had a solid form. A solid form that we saw previously but did not see when we were speaking to them out on the star system. And here we can see the form has become even more coalesced, and that looks very Necron-like. We have come to speak with you, Malachi. You gave us food for consideration by revealing the mystery of our origin. From then to now, we observed, calculated, sensed, and we discovered a great change is coming. A trial. We see the potential for a great disaster. It is already ripening. The wave could crash down upon the Koronus Expanse, and perhaps extend beyond it. We are headed for suffering and death. You are the one who can prevent the disaster. And we want to help you. We do. Let us help. Nomos are not human, but we have learned to see people as more than shells. We want to save them. Protect them. Wait, what is this coming threat? Nomos cannot say. Something changed after you helped us remember our birth on Epitaph. We now sense the liberation of something vast. I had forgotten that the name of their planet was Epitaph that we first found them on. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so now we firmly know that Kalkazar was after something on Epitaph. Someone's probably already told me this in the comments, and I do apologize that I missed that detail. Okay. We now sense the liberation of something vast, which is actually a mere fraction of something limitless. It is seeping through a breach, his shoulders pushing against the walls of its prison that are about to give. But what it is, we do not know. We must say, it frightens us to think about this unknown something that is trying to break free. It is so vast, too vast to measure or explain. But we now know that living souls are the same. They are always larger than they seem, and no capacity can calculate their potential. This makes us believe that we, Nomos, and you, Malachi, can step beyond the limits of calculations. There we will face the unleashing horror without faltering. What do you wish to do? Wait until the unknown threat appears before you, then face it. We do not know where or when it will happen. We do not know what we will face, but we know that we want to be there with you. There is something we require to do it. Nomos are tethered to the shell of the ship. We can only follow you outside by using servitors as our shell, but they are lacking. Only a modicum of us can enter such a primitive vessel, and our power is likewise limited. We need a vessel, a body. But very few things can house us. That is what we have come to ask you. Magos Asclepius has offered his shell to us. It might do. Indeed, I have. I cannot think of a prouder end to my pilgrimage than the liturgy of synchronization with the Great Spirit. I will become a vessel for the Omnissiah's favored child, and step beyond the confines of wretched living existence and into the halls of the eternal machine song. You would sacrifice yourself, Asclepius? I desire it more than anything. We asked him many times because we did not want to hurt him. Nomos would not have proposed it if the human was against it. I have heard you and made my decision. We await your word, master of the ship. Please, give us freedom and we will stand with you in the hour of great need. Interesting. Okay, here's my thoughts. First of all, Asclepius is not a fully formed character, and Nomos is. So my out-of-character thoughts are, you can take Asclepius's body because it's going to be more interesting. So that's my out-of-character thoughts. In character, I think we're conflicted about this, because on the one hand, Asclepius wants it. Nomos wants to have a body to use. It's going to prevent a great calamity, which is all on the pro side. On the con side, Asclepius is sacrificing himself, and even though he wants to do that, we're about conserving overall life. We would say no, use a servitor, because the servitors are already effectively, like, they're not really alive. But then again, if you think even further into the character, and you think about the world that we're in, how many characters have we sent to our death in this game? Constantly. We're like, oh yeah, send down a squad, send down a shuttle. Like 10 people die every time we send down a shuttle. So, in the grand scheme of things, Asclepius is just one more name. You can take Asclepius's body. Praise the Omnissiah. I kneel before his favored child and humbly offer the shell as a gift. May I become a temple to the machine and a vessel for its great spirit. How interesting. We feel restricted. but not as much inside as inside servitors. Some work must be done on the new shell, then it will be ready for journeys to the outside. We will leave you for now, Malachi, but in the hour when you stand before the great trial, we will return and stand with you, side by side. Okay. Oh, here's the rest of the squad. Okay. Well, before we leave, hit the laser axe. Good laser axe. Boxmaster. I need to say my goodbyes. Cassia. Malachi. The faint smile on Cassia's face makes you momentarily forget about the impending battle. We have traveled a long road together. Let us finish it together as well. I'm honored to have you among my companions, Lady Cassia. Cassia smiles demurely and curtsies in response. I am honored to be your companion, Malachi von Valancius. This is probably not the future you dreamt of, but if all this ends in victory for us, what do you intend to do next? I have been running for too long, Malachi, hiding behind others while my home, my family, were being torn apart by hatred and strife. What could a young, inexperienced girl do to those who were so desperate to either destroy me or bend me to their will? Cassia smiles bitterly. The throne of the novator of House Orcelio will no longer sit empty, but my only regret is that I shall have to leave your ship, and the darkness between the stars that I have come to love so much. I hope you will visit me, Malachi. Steel yourself, Lady Cassia, the hour of battle is at hand. My heart is fluttering, Lord Captain, but not because of fear or doubt. I'm ready to face what is coming. Argenta? Argenta's face, which has grown haggard as of late, looks like the face of someone stricken with fervor. At last, the final battle approaches, rogue trader. My heart awaits it eagerly. May we all fulfill our duty today, she half whispers. I'm glad to have you as my faithful ally, Argenta. Gladness is fleeting. Do not be enticed by it, rogue trader. Think only of your calling and be emboldened by it. Have you had time to think about the future? What will you do should we prevail in this pivotal battle? A sister, Repentia, has no future. If I'm denied my death in the coming fight, I will set out in search of new battles. Again and again will I charge into fire, eradicating enemies of humanity until my heart stops beating. Oh, alright then, we're almost out of time. Prepare yourself, Argenta. I am prepared, now and always. Heinrichs, we're about to go and face your boss. How are you feeling? Heinrichs von Kalox nods at you. Our journey together approaches its end. One last push, and the secrets of the Expanse in Calcazar will be laid to rest. I can't wait. I'm tired of the shroud of secrecy that has hidden the truth even from me. You'll meet your mentor again down there. And I have questions for him. I want to know why I was left in the dark about everything that was happening in the shadows of the Expanse. Why all the acolytes died on the way here. Well, almost all of the Lord Inquisitor's acolytes. Why? Heinrichs exhales sharply and stiffens. I want to hear what he has to say, then make my judgment. When this is all over, what will you do? Heinrichs places his lips together and shakes his head. I feel uneasy even thinking about it, but if Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar falls today, Heinrichs locks eyes with you. Someone has to take the rosette of the Ordo Xenos, at the very least until the Inquisition Enclave determines who will be a worthy successor to Xavier. Heading the Inquisition? Okay. Epitaph awaits. Steel your heart. The interrogator dips his head. Lead on, rogue trader, Malachi von Valancius. Pascal? Not you. Get out. Go away, bridge officer. Pascal? Bridge officer, I'm going to need you to go away. Right. The priest is checking his gear, whispering prayers to the Omnissiah. He looks up at you and speaks matter-of-factly. The tactical equipment audit is 97% complete. No critical failures detected. The Omnissiah shows favor. You took good care of my ship and equipment. The dynasty will not forget it. Where the iron flowers of the Omnissiah bloom, there must also be his passionate gardeners. Thank you for honoring this unit by letting it serve the formidable spirit of the von Valancius dynasty's flagship and your lordship. You do not seem to be too worried about the coming landing. The Vox makes a rustling sound that sounds like a chuckle. A mission of reconnaissance is a blessed and desirable one for an explorator. The data soul of the one who explores, analyzes, and charts overflows with the joy of servitude. Pascal lowers his eyes. I would be honored to disembark with you. When the campaign comes to an end, will you stay on duty or return to your fellow tech priests? It has been an honor to work with you, but the time of servitude for this unit has come to an end. Servitude is the way of the one who has questions, and now I have the answers. I will gather my flock and give them answers, not as a servant, but as a ruler and mentor. May we have good fortune. There is no such thing as good fortune. May the statistical probability be predictably positive. Okay. Round here. We're going to leave a couple of people a second here. Oh, do you have anything to say, High Factotum? Nope. Alright. Wait, can people still buy our stuff? No. I just thought I'd have a look. Okay. Marazai? Marazai is meticulously inspecting his gear, but turns his entire attention to your person when you approach. Malachi, there you are. You have something very special waiting for you, do you not? A trial that will determine whether you stay on top or become dust under the feet of your enemies. You know what? That's interesting, as he's the second person to call it a trial. Whatever comes, I'm glad to have fought shoulder by shoulder with you. Marazai smiles thinly. Careful, or else I might think you have gone soft and weak. After a moment's hesitation, he adds, in a quieter, more agitated tone, I will say this only once, Malachi. You are the reason for all my misfortunes, but you are also the reason why I survived, despite the fury of all Komarag and the wrath of the Black Heart. Consider this confession an expression of my gratitude. Will you remain with me when this is over? Marazai's lips curl. Your ship is but a tiny shell in the universe of possibilities that is open to my talents. Though the reaving tempest has ended, I can find a replacement for it. Not in Komarag, but in the other dark corners of this sector. Slith, Corsairs, Monkey. There are many who long to bend the knee to one who knows the canons of war and the tenets of slaughter. I hope your blade's been sharpened. The hour of the great battle is near. The Drukhari bares his teeth in a bloodthirsty grin. My weapons are always ready for new victims, Malachi. You know, I was just thinking for this final battle, what I would love is if it doesn't make you pick a party and it just brings everybody. I know it's not going to be the case. I know I'm going to have to pick 6 or 5 of these people. But it would be nice. Earliet looks at you, her emerald eyes shining with quiet determination. Just trying to find an angle that doesn't have something in the way. When the path my lost soul was following crumbled beneath my feet, shattered, plunged me into doubt, you were always there, Elentak. Despite how much you hated my kind, despite what my kin were doing, it is time for me to repay you in kind. Standing united against a common threat, is that not what sentient creatures do? True, a human and a child of Asuryan. We will fight side by side like a pair of blades, and the enemies will fall before our fury. Will our paths diverge if we survive? Someday they will, Owlcat. Exile opened my eyes to many things, but the path of the outcast weighs heavily on my heart. I think that I see my new path clearly now. It sings to me, calling me forward. The path of the warrior, the protector of those who I could not save before. All that I have learned about the world, about humans, about you, I will take this knowledge into my new life, into the lives of my kin. Our fate will be decided in the coming battle. Owlcat's voice rings like naked steel. I am ready to drive back the darkness, Owlcat. Are you? Idira? Idira looks up at you with reddened eyes. Despite the tired look on her face, she smiles broadly, either at you or at something behind you. Well, Lord Captain, my little whisperers have grown quiet. It's like they know that the long thread we've been following is finally at an end. It's now or never, isn't it? Thank you for everything, either way, Lord Captain. Well, I'm glad you've been at my side all this time. Idira sobs at your words. Thank you, Lord Captain. I can't imagine why you've shown me such kindness. After everything we've been through, you are the only reason I'm still alive. There were so many ways I could have died. I know I've been harping on this all this time about Lady Theodora this, Lady Theodora that. You know, you may never become who she was, but she could never have been who you are either. I'm glad it was you who replaced her, and that life threw me together with you and not with somebody else. So there. Let's change the subject before I get all sentimental, alright? What do you think awaits us after this last skirmish? Well, I have doubts about you. Everything's going to come up roses for you. I have no doubts about you. Everything's going to come up roses for you. As for me, Idira catches herself. You know, maybe I won't live long, but it'll be a good life. I'll leave behind so many tales to tell. Let them remember my name over a mug of something foamy and laugh at the stories of of our exploits. I'm not going to get a prediction from her. We haven't done it up to this point. We're not going to do it now. The future is yet to be written. We'll hug her, though. Idira sobs fearfully, but the next moment she hugs you back. There, you really have lost it, haven't you? She is silent for a few seconds and mutters something before letting you go. Thanks. Pull yourself together, Idira. We have a tough battle ahead of us. If it were an easy battle, who would ever bother to tell tales about it? Nobody, that's who. Let's show him, Lord Captain. Talking of tales, Ulfar? I am not a priest, of course, and the spirits do not always speak clearly to me, but I did cast the runes. You have a great challenge ahead of you, Advatar. Be very careful. Or better yet, take me with you. There is no better way to guard your safety. Okay, so we have to pick a squad. I'm glad the Emperor brought our paths together. This only proves that we will not lose, Advatar. Go to the foulest hole in the universe, where only lowborn and wretched inhumans crawl. Fall into darkness and then cry out, "Who here believes in the Allfather, sisters and brothers?" And even there, in the world's most rotten pit, you will hear an answer. And if you reach toward the voice, you will find a worthy companion. Everyone who believes in him and follows in his footsteps is given the chance to become someone greater and more worthy. Xavier Kalkazar is waiting for me down there. Should I give him your regards? I would rather talk to him myself. My angry and vengeful heart tells me that only he knows how and why the baleful Howl Pack died. It also tells me that I will not forgive myself if that puffed up arsehole Kalkazar somehow dies before I rip the answers from his leering mouth. You found your pack and our campaign is nearing its end. What are you going to do next? I will return to my brothers and sing the saga of the baleful Howl Pack. I will carry it all the way to Fenris and pour out its ringing verses into the ears of the Jarl and the Great Wolf himself. Its burning words will warm us during the fierce Hellwinter. Ulfar grins. And the brothers at the table will nudge each other and point their fingers at me and say, "It was he who crafted such a beautiful saga. How generous the Allfather has been to him." Fenris Yoda Flak. Fenris Yoda at Vathar. Ulfar bows his head solemnly and respectfully, an untold honor granted to a mortal who has impressed the Emperor's angel with his deeds. Jai? The Exalted One once wove our destinies into the glittering tapestry of this world, with gold and silver thread, Shireen, and today the pattern of our lives will either be completely... Jai snaps her metal fingers deliberately loudly. Or the tapestry will be torn asunder. Personally, I prefer to place my hope in the first option. Okay, sir. Thank you for walking this long road with me. Jai intertwines her fingers with yours, snuggles up to you and whispers in your ear. To the Exalted One's throne or into a cold abyss, it matters not, my beloved. Wherever you go, I will follow. I just wanted to say I'm glad of your company, especially now. Ah, Shireen, you found the most discreet and frugal words to wrap the passion I kindle in your heart. I am not endowed with such rhetorical perfection, so I will respond more ardently. I too am glad the Exalted One wove our destinies together. I'm curious to see what you will do once this is all over. You mean if it is ever over, and if the Azai don't play their evil tricks on us? Jai raises an eyebrow and shrugs. I don't know, Shireen. Being drunk on unbridled freedom sounds nice. It's so close, I could reach out and grab it like the tail of a comet, and leave the Kaspelika mission behind. Or start doing things of my own without having to rely on your good favor. Limitless possibilities lie ahead, I just have to survive the coming darkness. Get a grip, Jai. We have a hard battle ahead of us. Rest assured, Shireen, when it comes to matters of being and oblivion, Jai Hadari has the coldest mind and the bravest heart. And last but not least, Abelard. Abelard looks at you with a tired smile. He cannot resist giving you his characteristic appraising glance. Well, Lord Captain, my service to you has been under the most remarkable circumstances. I should hardly be surprised that you have delivered us into the circumstances more unexpected and surprising than ever before. Of one thing I am certain, the von Valancius dynasty will cover itself in glory today. Abelard, no matter what happened, you were literally always at my side. A seneschal's place is at the rogue trader's side. As you have learned, others can betray and abandon you in your darkest hour. If the Lord Captain cannot count on a seneschal, there is no one he can count on. It is not a fate that I wish for you, so I am doing my duty. Are you ready to follow me all the way? As always, Lord Captain, I would follow you into the fire and back. God Emperor be my witness, I have the honor of serving under 2 rogue traders and survived one. There'd be no shame in going down alongside the other, if it comes to that, naturally. Abelard's chuckle sounds slightly sharper than usual. You have a highly organized mind, so you must have already considered what you're going to do once this campaign of ours comes to an end. What I am going to do? I will continue to serve you and see that you do not get into even worse trouble. But I fail to see how that would be possible. Abelard chuckles grimly. I swore an oath of loyalty to Lady Theodora and then to you. Therefore my place is at the rogue trader's side and nowhere else. Get ready, Abelard. We have quite an ordeal ahead of us. We have been through worse. The old seneschal grins cheekily, and for a split second he looks younger by a good 100 years. Then he bows his grey head. I serve House von Valancius, Lord Captain. Okay, we have spoken to all of our companions. Now we have to decide the 5 that are coming with us. Let's do this very easily. There are some solid lines of people who have to come with us. Abelard has to come with us. There is no question. Heinrichs has to come with us. There is no question. Ulfar has to come with us. There is no question. Those 3 are solid. Pascal has to come with us. After his companion quest, there's no way we can't bring Pascal. That brings our number to 4. And the last one, I'm wavering on. The last one I have a couple of candidates. It's not Marazai, it's not Adira, it's not Argenta. It's between Jai and Urliet. Now, I was going to say Urliet, but Jai did say, I will follow you to the abyss. And that is literally what we're doing. So it has to be Jai. Means unfortunately we will never find out what the critical damage bracelet does, because we're never going to use it. Well, probably. Let us go. Koronus Expanse map. Your Lordship, the shuttle is ready for landing. We have the exact coordinates for a secure landing site. Will you authorize the start of the expedition? Actually, you know what? Before we do that, save. Save. Let's create a save before the final battle, right? Assuming it's just a battle, it could be so much more. Permission to take off. We're heading to Epitaph. Acknowledge. Glory to the von Valancius dynasty. Be safe, Lord Captain. That's our squad. Abelard, he's been by our side the entire time and he will continue there. Heinrichs, he is a member of the Inquisition, is his mentor we're facing. Pascal, he has a direct connection to Calcazar via his mission as Amarnat. He also has the ability to destroy tech, which I think will become very, very useful back down on the planet. Jai is our beloved and is also said she will go to the abyss with us and back. That's where we're going. Ulfar, he has a bone to pick with Calcazar, and his entire pack was killed because of Calcazar. He needs answers. People who aren't coming, Adira, she could have good insight. Has no reason to come currently. She has very little to do in our story. I feel in a different route, Adira would have a lot more to say. Argenta, she did kill Theodora von Valancius. However, that doesn't really give her a reason to come. Cassia, completely disconnected from what we're currently doing. Urliet, now she may also have a vengeance line, not nearly as straightforward as Ulfar, but she has some vengeance for her craft world that she may have to take out. But she can't come with us, because we don't have space and Ulfar has the better claim. She maybe could take Jai's spot, but I also kind of like having somebody who can talk. Marazai, you have no reason to be here apart from that you would have a great time. So, let's accept. Epitaph. Let's go. I like how the tooltip at the bottom is just reminding us that Xenos are the mortal enemy of every subject of the Imperium. Important message as we land here. Surrounded by Xenos. Okay. Interesting that they're not attacking. Okay. Squad. Just need to make room for a certain someone in here. That's our squad. Okay. Save. Seeing what we got going on here. It's not a big world.
Rise to the top, poor Gilliman.
I know several individuals who would be willing to lay down a lot of thrones for a pile of this dead scrap. And a couple of obliging explorators too.
Mistress Haydari, if you ever manage to pull off such a trade, I would be extremely interested in the identities of the purchasers.
Bit of levity before we go in. Okay, there's not much on either side. What's going on? The Xenos are not showing any signs of aggression, simply staring ahead. There's an odd, disorientating quality to its movements. An odd haze obscures your vision, and for a moment you see the metallic corpses at your feet turn into the bodies of soldiers clad in the colours of your dynasty. The Necrons were the former groups of scouts and things sent by Lady Theodora. Or the ones left behind? Okay. Interesting.
I always have a backup plan.
Well, that's definitely something over there. Out the corner of your eye, inside the glowing green orb mounted on the contraption, you can see the reflections of people who are not here. They're looking at you cautiously and fearfully. Okay, so there's nothing along here for us to do. Cutscene. Okay. That's definitely a Necron ship. It definitely was a Necron ship. So something is killing them? Degrading them? Like some kind of tech blight, you might say? Just saying.
Take heed, rogue trader.
You found something? Oh, you found some goods down here. Well, these better be goods. If these are just goods that we can collect, okay, that's fine. Hotshot lasgun. Don't need it. We're against 20 MP in the first round of combat. Whereas movement does not trigger attacks of opportunity during this round. I don't really know what we would be doing with those, but I guess we could do something cool with like Abelard and those and just run to people, but I think we're fine. Continue down. The Xenos is making the same rhythmic sound over and over as if trying to say something but losing its train of thought and starting anew every time. Every few moments the metal particles lose their colour and become translucent, and you can see something dark and formless behind the metal, yearning to be born but unable to do so yet. Oh, something down here. Whoa, whoa, come back, come back, come back. Apparently I need to do this from a particular place. We'll do that in a second then. The broken metallic finger sticks out from between the sarcophagus doors that are slightly ajar. It wriggles weakly. Here? Okay, maybe you can't get to this one. Okay, that's fine. That is not Necron. That is a human. Okay, that's the Von Valancius banner. That's intriguing. This looks like a combat area to me. That looks like a Necron that might be awake. The Elegy of Sorrow. The drawn-out, metallic groans form a painful and melancholic melody, one that oozes with venomous spite. The armor plates sing in an unknown language, because in the very first tomb we went to, we activated a cogitator before we killed the enemy or something. Anyway, and you feel as though the meaning is on the verge of reaching your mind, unless the monster cuts your lives short before that. The grating roar is more like the sound of a metal torture instrument than a sentient being's speech. I recognize the leader and true warrior in this one. Yes, still a Xenos unworthy of life, but a warrior all the same. I bet this noble madman of battle will fall by my hand. Ulfar casts a joyous look over the party as if expecting someone to take him up on the wager. Examine the creature. The Xenos' entire skeletal body is made of an unknown metal interlaced with greenish energy channels aglow with currents. Below its waist, the flares of a graph pad are humming and rattling. Its upper limbs fuse into a formidable heavy cannon. Not a single part of the monster's body betrays vulnerability. Without a doubt, it is a technologically superior or superb machine designed to eliminate all life. We've done no harm to your race. Once I find what I've come for, I will trouble you no more. The sound of the vibrating metal plates has both the rhythmic malice of a march and the hollow hum of misery, the lament of an immortal mechanism doomed to aeons of wrath and battle, or else an impending demise. The salvo from the monstrous cannon is an infernal orchestral chord that makes the very fabric of space tremble.
I will wipe your
I guess if we knew its language, maybe we could do something, but
Exterminate on sight.
I kind of doubt it, given it just said exterminate on sight. Okay. You gotta hit it in the back. Got it. Let's see what we got here. So, Abelard, somewhere like, I don't know, here seems good for you. Pascal, somewhere like that. Jai, let's send you up here, along with Heinrichs. You can also go up here, although maybe you swap positions. Yeah, something like that. We are going to end up here for now. Wolfar, right up there. We actually want to start like here. Okay. Backline, that'll do. Front line. Rear. Rear.
I'll make it happen. Don't
Go.
let your guard down.
Okay, then we're gonna go for stacks.
I'll see to it personally.
Then we're gonna eat those stacks. Then we're gonna go for trench line stratagem on that
I'll
one.
make it happen.
Armor stratagem on the
Who
front
if not
one.
me?
What else are we doing here? Joint
It's
analysis.
as good as done. I'll
Surefire
see
plan.
to it personally.
We are fighting Necrons, so we'll switch to the Necron killer. And then shoot it.
I'll make it happen.
Nice. Then we're gonna give, I
I
can't see her, so I
refuse.
can't give her a turn.
Who
Then we're gonna
if
give
not
Abelard
me?
a turn to use his
We'll rule the stars
you know,
themselves.
heroic action. Oh wow, you do no damage, huh? Good to know. Good to know. Wait, is this the back? Is this the back? Just try to figure out where the back is. Is that because it has like high deflection? No, no, we should be doing damage. Is the back the front? Is it the side? Is it the other side? Where is the back of this thing that makes it not take 95% less
Follow my
damage?
lead.
That's my question to you here. Oh, it's here. Okay, it just wasn't calculating yet. That's fine. Right, clear that out. Sworn enemy.
At your beck and call.
Reckless strike.
Victory is imminent.
Hit it.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
That's fine. I probably shouldn't have done that because now it turned around. Go here and
At your
kill.
beck and call.
Just on the way past. Kill.
I will do my
I have also
best.
noticed these guys are called
Resistance.
Blighted Warriors. Okay. That's interesting. Get round to the back of this thing here. Yeah, get round
Tried
here.
and tested tactics are the best ones.
Then more temporary wounds, which you can share, and hit it.
Indeed.
It dodged. Alright, if you
It
say
will
so.
be done.
That increases the deflection of the people near us as well. End turn. Okay, nice dodge. It turned again.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Alright. That's fine. Blighted Necron Warrior. Okay. Heinrichs. Oh. Can't hit as many people as I hoped. Alright,
But
you
of
know what time it
course,
is.
Lord Captain.
Buff. Followed by buff. Followed by buff. Followed by, you can't buff these guys because you can't see them. Alright, well buff yourself then. Followed by, you can't enfeeble because you can't see them. Okay. We got any other things to cast? Yes, we do. Let's cast this on ourselves as well. Let's increase our number of actions in future turns. Get out here. Kill it.
I'm done with this one.
That seemed to work. Charge.
I won't object to it.
Reassemblement commencing.
Immediately changed. Okay. Still can't see that one. Can see this one and this one. Okay, but it just lets me put down a very small AoE on them right now. Shoot it. Okay. Self-heal, because that'll give you more temporary wounds. Endure, because that makes you tankier and gives you more temporary wounds. And then enfeeble. Did that do anything? I guess it just lowered its stats, right? Wait, let me just have a look here. Penalty to strength. Nope. I don't know. Anyway, that's fine. Pascal. Get behind it.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Then... Well, let's start by hitting with one of those. Then we're going to follow that up by... Let's figure this one out here. We're going to follow that up by making an opening. Which I kind of hope is on this side, but doesn't appear to be. Then I was just going to hit you with it. Alright, let's give it more stats. Hit it. Nice. So now expose weaknesses on it, technically. And while we're here, we could just blast something else as well if we can get an angle on it. Or buff. You know what? Buff. Okay, and then hit it with one of... Or, yeah, hit it with this one.
Running binary vulnerability analysis.
Nice, so now it'll take damage on its turn. And then we can elusive shadow, and that makes it so that we are the lowest priority enemy or target, so now they won't shoot them. Okay, that's fine.
Does not become prey.
Jai, definitely a move up situation here. So move up. And buff Abelard.
The edge.
He's still the one we buff, even if I might not give him a turn. Can I give you a turn? No. Give ourselves extra momentum. Then we are going to give a full turn. Let's give a full turn to Pascal again. Actually. Yeah. So let's start with aim for an opening. Hit you with another one of these. Hit him. Nice. And again. Okay. And again. And again. Nice. And one more time. And then we can also then use our Death Whisper for another hit. Nice. Wonderful. And each of those should have been increasing his lethality each time, which is nice. I can now give him another turn, but first of all, I'm going to give him an Inspire.
Don't get too cocky.
I should have done that first, really, but it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to use Break Their Ranks
Am
on
I
him.
getting paid for this?
That's another attack for free. So now we give him another turn, and he can continue hitting, followed by hitting again.
Combat is an equation.
Okay.
Your life is a negligible
Shoot it.
variable.
Okay. It's almost dead. How about one of these?
Request approved.
Nice. Okay. Then we're going to increase your actions and resolve. Make that thing something you can kill for extra stats. Okay. Can I see anything else here? Yeah, no, I can't. Oh, I can see this thing. Okay, but I don't want to kill it for stats right now. Right, head up here. This is better. Right, let's go. So go up here.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Shoot it.
Don't get too cocky.
Okay. Followed by hurting yourself. Inspiring yourself. Press the advantage. Then shooting.
Tell me, and it is done.
Nice. Now we can shoot down here. Possibly at the cover.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
Okay, that lowered their stats slightly. Do I ever finish the job? I can shoot
Don't
you if
get
I
too
finish the
cocky.
job. Oh, and it doesn't do very much damage, but I can do it. Okay, and then I have a take aim. Let's give that to Ulfar.
I can
His
do
damage
that
cannot be reduced
with the
below
right
66% for any reason. That seems good. Blighted Necron Warriors just kind of here. Nice. Still farming that 100 dodge achievement. Nice. Abelard. Kill
I've
it.
seen worse battles than this in my time. One fewer target.
Nice. Increase everybody's temporary wounds around him. Continue increasing
Victory is
temporary
imminent.
wounds. Taunt in that direction
It will
in
be
case it's
done.
useful. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so, Reckless Rush. I'm kind of feeling like just walk up and hit it. You know what, let's test it. Let's see if this works. Looks like my damage could be reduced below 65% for a reason. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
The wolf is on the hunt. The great sleep.
Nice. Okay. Hit it.
My hand is thunder. My strike is
Wildfire.
ruin.
Hit it.
See, I have become the All-Father's worthy
Run and gun.
instrument.
Hit it.
Feel
Kick
the
it.
icy bite of death.
It's not dead yet. Okay. Cautious
So it
approach to
shall
increase your
be.
dodge. In turn. Still not dead, huh? Okay. Run up here. Make the back line here.
I don't need luck. I have
So
strategy.
make this our dodge area. Shoot it.
It's as good as done. You never stood a chance.
The
Nice.
All-Father take your sight or
Okay.
your mind.
Now we can use this to shoot you.
Here's my perfect moment.
That didn't do that much damage, but it should have lowered their stats a lot. Okay. Trench line stratagem doesn't really matter, but
I'll
we'll do it
make it
anyway for
happen.
us. Put more stacks on the
I'll
one that
see
we
to
shot.
it personally.
And increase allies' damage to things that have stacks on them. Perfect spot. And then that'll do. Okay. That's fine. Wow, that took a lot of damage as it moved here. That must be what Blighted does. Makes it take damage. Okay, Heinrichs. Well, step number 1, get down here. And then start buffing.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
I forgot it was gonna move again. Okay. That even counts as a dodge, it didn't even get close enough. Okay, I can still charge though, right? Yeah. Okay, charge.
Your reckoning is due.
Shield
I
of
won't
the Emperor.
object to it. But
Hammer of the
course,
Emperor.
Lord Captain.
Buff, where is he? He's too far away. Pascal. There we go. Extra running power to
I won't
Pascal.
object to it.
And then shoot.
Let's see to it.
Okay, that's fine. Pascal, go over here. Start attacking.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Cogitation
Shoot it.
failed.
Then we'll do this again.
The scriptural prognosis vulnerability analysis.
Still not dead, huh?
Running binary override.
Well, we're getting very close to it being dead, so let's put some more stacks on that one.
Serve.
And make you the lowest priority target. Okay, it died from being blighted. I see. Can I shoot this thing, by the way? Nope. So I want to move from where we are anyway. Let's, first of all, buff Ulfar, because he hasn't had a buff yet. Then, Heinrichs isn't in range, but we can make him in range. There we go. Then, we're going to get down here. And we're going to make Heinrichs in range.
Watch my back.
There we go. So, Heinrichs now has a turn. Let's get a little closer. I'm just looking for a charge in here. There we go.
I need a foothold.
Insignificant.
Nice. Hits it.
Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Use this as well.
Naturally.
The living metal has
Wonderful.
failed.
Then, hurt yourself.
Tell me, and it is done.
Then inspire yourself.
Don't get too cocky.
Nice. Press the advantage.
Am I getting paid for this?
Damage is getting up there. Okay. Shoot it.
I can do that with the right incentive. Jai Hidari. Remember
And
the name.
keep shooting
Tell
it.
me, and it is done.
And
I can
continue.
do that with the right incentive.
She really just doesn't deal very much damage, huh?
Jai Hidari. Remember the name.
Get everyone else to
There
shoot
write
it. Maybe that'll
legends
help.
About me.
Reassemblement.
Never Balikan.
Nope. That did not increase our damage. I
Am
can
I
now
getting
use
paid
this
for
because somebody
this?
else knocked it below half.
Whoa! I want a medal for that one.
I can't use Air of Authority on any... Oh, wait, I can't use it on you, but I could use it on
I
Pascal.
can do that
Okay.
with the right incentive. Don't
Make
get
that
too
a target
cocky.
for extra stats. And that'll do. Blighted Necron Warrior just kind of stands there. Okay. Nice, didn't even, like, slightly hit. Abelard. Up here. Charge.
A tactically sound approach. Grey hair, sure hair.
Then again.
I took care of this one.
Nice. Okay. Continue
Indeed.
increasing temporary wounds.
At your beck and call.
Not that it matters. Then end your turn. I actually ended 2 turns by accident there. Okay,
On
shoot.
it. That's another enemy down.
Okay, I think I might speed through these turns now. Because these guys are going to die in one hit. Nice dodge. Heinrichs. You're going to go for this one because it's the furthest away.
Get me a target.
There's a good reason we want him to go for the one that's furthest away. He's the only one who can reach it.
But of course, be gone.
Also, I think his force weapon one-shots these guys. As in, like, they don't get the resurrection with it. But it might just be because these guys are blighted. Anyway. Any loot? There's a little loot back here, actually. This looks like lore. Dynasty Notebook. The tiny notebook is adorned with the coat of arms of House von Valancius. The pages, made from real paper, carry a pleasant scent of perfume and are covered in ruler-straight lines of text. The meaning is locked behind an intricate cipher, but you do not need to know the contents to identify the author. You know the perfect calligraphic handwriting all too well. That'll be Theodora's notepad then. So we don't know what it says, we just know
Keep
that it's
your wits
Theodora.
about you.
And there's someone to speak to here. Tanakia? Is there anything else we were to look at? Yeah, there's tech use. Let's do that.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
This device seems to be connected to the energy system of the crypt and powering the equipment in the camp in violation of all operational canons. Some of these ancient, sacred, priceless machines are labeled with the Von Valancius property mark, while others bear the stark emblems of the Inquisition. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
So if they're bearing the property marks, you can assume that, you know, we own one part, the Inquisition owns the other, or Theodora owned one part. So this was a joint exercise, or the Inquisition have just claimed the new stuff. The surface of the steel is boiling with revolting bubbles as if it's trying to disgorge itself into some new form. I'm getting the feeling that they don't like merging with our tech, especially if it's got a blight. The tech blight ferociously gnaws away at the human metal, but not as eagerly at the walls of the crypt. So yeah, the tech blight completely destroyed, you know, the human stuff, but didn't destroy the Necron stuff that was connected to it. Oh good, some cargo. The box is filled with cast metal insignia like the ones worn by Theodora's bodyguard. Some of them have splatters of dried blood on them. Okay, Lord Xenos tech. I'm not ignoring Tanakia, I'm just coming back from it in a second.
That's how it's done.
Judging by the imposing design of these obelisks, the passage leads to a tomb intended for Xenos of higher status. Okay. So there could be a big guy at the end. The maimed creature at your feet is still alive, as evidenced by its heavy breathing. It was a woman once, sporting close cropped hair and equipped for battle, but now her skin is shredded by the metal sticking out of her body in a dozen places. Examine them. Her body does not appear to have any external injuries. It has been maimed from the inside out. It is as if her flesh was transmuted into metallic shapes, then burst out of her skin and turned her internal organs into a bloody sieve. Some of her exposed bones have a metallic gleam to them, while others still look natural. Hey, can you hear me? With a heavy jerk, the woman raises her head, emerging from oblivion, and focuses her gaze on you. Even in such a wretched state, her eyes still gleam with self-confident zest and subtle shrewdness. You, who are... Ah, that coat of arms rings a bell. Von Valancius. I'm not as surprised to see you as you may think. Who are you? The woman tries to salute you, but the metal cutting through her tendons has cost her the control of her fingers. Tanakia Kalburgaria, Inquisition Acolyte, and by the grace of Lord Inquisitor Kalkazar, the warden of the Epitaph 1 covert facility, or whatever is left of it. What happened to you? I've been having trouble sleeping lately. Oh, you mean the metal things in my body? I have no idea. Looks like something has gone terribly wrong in the crypt. Her voice becomes more serious and dry. The Oxpuses detected some unknown radiation and everything went crazy. The Xenos didn't feel like sleeping in their coffins anymore, so they started trashing the place. The pylon I was standing next to suddenly grew a dozen tentacles and one of them grazed me. I blacked out and when I came to, I looked like I'd tried to give birth to a shuttle. I'm looking for Kalkazar, where is he? At the facility in the crypt, making preparations for the emergency launch of the operation's final stage. Oh, at least I hope so. Or else he's already dead. Now that I think about it, there are enough reasons to assume the latter. What facility? What operation? I guess you're still young if you don't know that in this world, whenever the big boys and girls say the word facility, it always means a colossal secret weapon capable of destroying worlds. And that's all you're gonna get. It'd be very disrespectful of me to spill a secret that so many have given their lives to protect. I see. Have I sated your curiosity? Then I'd like a favour returned. There's a pack of low in my breast pocket. Give it me one and you can keep the rest. I'm feeling very generous today. Okay. Good, you're old enough to know what these are for, aren't you? Stick one end of the tube between my teeth and light up the other. Just make sure you do it the right way around. Let's be straight with each other. You have nothing to hide now that you're dying. What's going on in this place? Tanakia gives you a long, piercing look, then speaks, sadness audible in her voice. Straight, huh? Oh, let's give it a try. I've taken a shine to you for some reason. One day, Xavier decided to immortalize himself in history in a rather extravagant way. All for the Inquisition's sake, of course. But then, things didn't go as expected, and even though we expected that they wouldn't. And now you're now you'd better get far away from here, because whatever happens next, I doubt you're gonna like it. Or you can go down there if you have the guts. Maybe you'll immortalize yourself too. That's what I would do, but I'm insane and I'm not the best example to follow. A weak smile dances on the woman's lips. So how about that low stick? Enjoy. People say it's bad for your health. I'd better be careful. Tell me, why does my coat of arms look familiar to you? Oh, I should know. It was on the uniform my agents wore, the ones that I sent when Calcazar took an interest in Her Ladyship Theodora's retinue. They didn't wear them for long, though. When I presented Theodora with Calcazar's ultimatum, she purged her retinue of our operatives. I'm fairly certain Theodora would have preferred to have my head as well, but the Lord Inquisitor recalled me here to guard his treasure cave. Just in case Theodora decided to return for what she thought was hers, or the Drukhari started causing trouble. How did your people infiltrate Theodora's retinue? A feint, a deception, a game of double and triple crosses. When they told her they intended to take revenge on Calcazar, she believed them. She was just too eager to get back at the Lord Inquisitor for taking her clever Archmagos advisor, Amernat. Do you know Kunrad Voigtveer? Not sure if he's still alive, but back then he was Theodora's Master of Whisperers. In theory, should have been the one to out my operatives as spies, but instead, he thought that they were his chance to pull off a brilliant plot and prove his mummy how great an heir he would become. It's true what they say about blondes. Every other one is thick as mints. Why do I get the feeling that this character was put here to explain the plot because it's a little bit unclear and they felt that they needed someone to just be like, here's the plot for you. And did you know what the plot was? We're going to need you to know it for the next section, so here's a character just to remind you what the plot is. Anyway, what was the ultimatum you gave Theodora? Merely a message saying her dirty secret was now our dirty secret. She was the first to visit Epitaph, and she found something here, something too good even for someone of her exalted status. Rogue traders are not allowed to have such toys, and I relayed the most exact coordinates down to the last digit after the decimal point to the Lord Inquisitor. The Drukhari have come to this world. Why? Ah, the Xenofreaks, my favourite partners. They have a crucial role to play in the operation that you mustn't know anything about. Their visits to Epitaph have left me with so many unforgettable memories. They were ordered not to fire on them first, but to split them into atoms if their skinny arses deviated so much as a single degree from their approved flight paths. I swear, it was as if those fools were trying to get shot at for their half-witted provocations. He even had a nickname for me, the Almost Witch. A compliment, I guess. Why does nobody from Theodora's retinue remember her visiting this system? I can give you two versions of the truth, the sugar-coated one and the honest one. The sugar-coated version is that once Theodora realised just what she had in her hand, she deemed it a matter of utmost secrecy and mind-locked the memories of all members of her crew. The honest version is that she mind-locked the important people and disposed of the rest. Theodora depressurized compartments by entire blocks, casting any unwanted witnesses out into the void. She needed to free up space in her holds for the spoils anyway. You've heard about mind-lock technology. The subject's memories of times or events would be placed under a special lock that could only be opened by a key phrase, one that most likely only Theodora would know. This is unexpected. Did her ladyship not trust even me? Disheartening news, to be sure. You have it all backwards. You could have been dumped out of an airlock like so many others. You were already a decrepit old curmudgeon back then, after all. I'm Malachi von Valancius, Theodora's heir. You'll have to excuse me for not looking surprised. My facial nerves seem to be partially paralyzed. I gathered as much. I'd hardly mistake you for a spectacular void she-wolf after all, and if she were alive, she definitely would have come here in person. So you're her heir. At least it's not Kunrad. Alright, I know enough. What do we do with her? I suggest granting the acolyte the Emperor's peace in honor of our years working together. You've always been so sentimental, puppy dog. So attached to your colleagues, your hair, your eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, is that still a sore point? Well, this is where it all ends for you. Her blood-smeared lips twist into a smile. Is this an act of mercy or revenge? Mercy. Rest in peace. Well, oh, we shot her again, just... How many times are we going to shoot her? It takes you more than a few strikes to end the life of the already half-dead woman. The metal skull screeches under the pressure but does not break, and her heart keeps pumping blood through her shredded veins. Finally, her agony comes to an end. Okay. Oh, she just has a knife on her. Well, I guess I didn't expect that you'd have a Necron killing weapon at this point. But now we've got the plot.
Rise to the
Time
top,
to head further
or
in.
get left in the dust.
Let's find out what's down here. We got a lift. The elevator system leading to the deeper sections of the crypt was installed a long time ago, it seems. Every bolt is stamped with your dynastic coat of arms. Okay. I have to assume that this is the end spot here, but let's head over here first. Oh. The barrier is barely holding. Prepare for defense. In the name of the Golden Throne, hold the line. Well, that's a big thing. The Xenos Knight lets out a clanging howl, portending imminent death. Well, I was seeing if there was anything up here, but there isn't.
Stands before you.
I think up here is a great place for us to stand, however, at the end. Alright, Ulfar. Gotta get you running. Same with you, Heinrichs. Same with you, Abelard. Basically just gotta get you running as far as possible, because you're like nowhere near where you need to be. Pascal can get halfway into the fight at this point. Okay. Jai? I mean, I guess you're running too. Actually, if you know what, if they're all running, screw it. We'll come with them. Wait, where do we start? Well, we can only start this far up. Okay. So, let's run out here. We're then going to create a front line there.
I won't compromise my principles.
I can't see that? Oh. What if I go here? Now can I create a front line in here? Perfect.
Who, if not me?
We're then going to make this our back line.
It's as good as done.
We'll use rear. What we're going to do is we're going to put rear here.
I'll make it happen.
This is actually for a very important reason. I'm now going to make that my blitz stratagem area. And now Pascal can start his turn by teleporting. Actually, can we start our turn by we could teleport over here if we wanted to. Do we want to? Maybe. If I'm going to do that, let's do this first. Jai,
I'll
have a
see to
turn.
it personally.
Your turn is to give Ulfar a turn.
Wanna see a trick?
Ulfar now has stats up. Get him down here. Okay, so this is as far as we're going to take him for now. I want to see what this is. This is a crypto geometric sentinel. Murderous demise. Critical chance gives 100% critical hit chance to every ally for 1 round. Only usable only if there are more than 3 Necron creatures, excluding the Scorpith King alive. Every 2 rounds creates a 4x4 area which reduces the perception of every enemy within it. Okay. The effect is only removed outside the area. The effect is removed outside the area. A successful past resistance test grants immunity to this effect. Creature teleports in a 12-cell radius and strikes, dealing rending damage. Lovely. It's also aggressive, can attack more than once per round, and does not trigger attacks of opportunity. It has Doom Tech Blight, so it might take a negative. Okay. So,
Cubs play.
Reckless Rush. Now let's just move further. So now we can move down here.
I challenge you, damn it.
Then we can maybe shoot like this.
Wolves, my hand is thunder.
Okay.
My strike is ruin.
Run and gun. Get a little closer. Take a shot.
So shall it be. Feel the icy
Okay.
bite of death.
Dash.
Give this
Just keep
to
moving.
Someone lesser.
Charge.
Wolves reign.
That's an interesting amount of distance we got to go. Kick it.
Die in disgrace.
This now lets me have another attack per
By
turn.
the wolf's eye, perish.
Okay. Shoot it. Okay. And then maybe cautious approach here. Means that we have less ballistic skill and weapon skill, but it does mean that we get the dodge and parry. Okay. Now it's Jai's turn because they used a heroic action. So now we could give someone like Pascal extra stats.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay.
Tell me,
Inquisitor's
and it is
Decree gives us the temporary wounds, but also on top of that gives us more momentum. Or should have given us more momentum. Air of Authority we can use on Pascal to give him more actions on his turn. We were also going to inspire Pascal. Fervor to give myself more stacks. Which I'm not going to use. Okay. We're now going to use Blitz stratagem to move us here. Wonderful. Teleporting, as I called it earlier. Right. We're then going to... let's see. I'm going to put a bunch of stacks on this thing.
As good as done.
Which I'm then going to immediately eat off of it. So that now gives me more damage. We're now going to do Perfect Spot. Okay, so that's going to increase our damage. We're then going to use Joint Analysis, which will increase other people's damage. Surefire Plan. And shoot it.
I'll see to it personally.
It's almost dead. Okay. And then we're going to use Surefire Plan.
Done.
And I think if I move... Oh, I can't move. Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to work then. If I can't move. Alright, well, I'll just do Stronghold Stratagem here. Give ourselves extra armor. Nice. You've lowered his perception. Wonderful. Okay. That's fine.
The dynasty will rise again.
The dynasty will rise again is interesting when you realize that these are Von Valancius dynasty members.
Time for our return.
Potentially. I don't think that's what they're saying, but it is interesting. Okay. Heinrichs. Teleport. Just a free 26 movement. Don't worry about it. Okay, over here. Start buffing.
The Emperor is on our side.
So we'll do this. Then we'll do Word of the Emperor. We're going to give... I can't see Ulfar. Okay, we're going to Pascal a buff. I just don't know how close Abelard's going to get to combat this turn. I'm going to lower this thing's stats. Because I can. So now its strength is lowered. Fantastic. It's been enfeebled. I'm going to heal Abelard. I can't even get to him. Okay.
Naturally.
Hammer of the Emperor. We're then going to buff your own AP.
Lord Captain.
Then we're going to give Pascal extra temporary wounds. Then I'm out of things to give, so now we'll use Endure. Head round here, and yeah, then we'll use this.
Everyone, step aside.
Let's see how this looks.
You will not undo
That did pretty good damage. Right, then hit me again.
I won't object to it.
Nice. Okay. End turn. I maybe should have made another opening on that side, but that's okay. Jai's actual turn. Hey, Jai. I know you always wanted to be down here, right? Just run halfway across the map. Don't worry about it. Can I give you an extra turn? I can. Perfect. So you've already been hit. Let's buff Malachi.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay. Can I still hit you with this? No. Okay, well, can I make any of these? I can make you a target.
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
Let's do it. Right. Your turn, Earthflower. Charge.
So it shall be. I will carve runes
Nice.
out
His
of your
stats are higher.
bones.
Revel and Slaughter. Could dash. Yeah, I don't need to do that though. End turn. We could now shoot this guy potentially. I don't think it's the right move though. You could shoot this one. Yeah. Let's buff Pascal's damage while we're here.
I
Fervor.
can do that with the right incentive.
I can't use this. Oh, I can still use this, right. Give Malachi more actions, not that he needs them.
Am
Inspire
I getting
yourself.
paid for this?
Press the advantage. Shoot it.
Don't get too cocky. Never cross a Kazbalikan.
Shoot it.
Reassemblement commencing.
There's a 3% chance it hits us, but that's like 0.
Well, that was a waste of a medikit.
Well, it hit us, which then lowers our weapon skill, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, the negative effect didn't apply to us. That's fine. End turn. Ulfar's turn. Oh, that's weird. You would have thought Ulfar would have already had a turn by now, given how many turns he's had.
Foes reek of cowardice.
Okay.
Die in disgrace.
Can you shoot this thing? You can, but that's not really your job. Okay. Well, get over here.
I hunger for battle.
We're now going to turn off cautious approach.
Wolves reign.
Okay. Then we're going to kick you. Hit you.
I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Wildfire. Apparently I can't use this even though I used Wildfire. That's fine. Slash, that's a different type of attack, right? Hit. That does count. Those do count as different types of attack. Run and gun.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Okay. Slash.
So shall
Another different type of attack. Completely different from the previous attack. Firearm Mastery? Is that going to work? Nope. Nope, it will not. That will not work. Okay, well, we learned. Pascal. Pascal. Your first turn of the combat, huh? Let's start by moving you up here and creating an opening. Okay. Yeah. Do you have deflection? Well, we'll just remove that, right? Yeah, that seems pretty good. Then we're gonna do this to buff us, obviously. Hit you with an exposed weakness. Give you more stacks. And then we're gonna hit you. Okay, that seemed pretty significant, but all things considered from my point of view, but it doesn't look like we can get to the other side. Let's just double check. No, we can totally get to the other side. There we go. And now we can hit it again.
Request approved.
Nice. That seems good. Abelard, this is why I didn't give you any buffs. I guess I could have blitzed up here. In fact, I probably should still blitz.
I'd rather not. Someone else can
You
do
can't
this.
even see.
It will
Here,
be done.
hit it.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Nice. Alright.
I will do my duty.
Buff. Buff. This turn we probably want to give him stuff, but yeah, we're kind of done. Oh, reinforcements? Oh, okay. They are almost dead. Okay. Our turn. Shoot it.
On it.
I know it's gonna hurt these. I wanted to do it anyway. Okay, shoot it.
Accept your lot. You should have thought twice before another enemy
Yep,
down.
we just killed another one. Wonderful. Front line. I can see up there. Wait a second. I can see up there.
If not me.
That's new front line. Everyone
Make
else
it
gets a
happen.
damage buff. We'll give ourselves some buffs here because I'm not going to move. We'll do that. We'll do a stronghold
I'll see to it
stratagem.
personally.
Do an overwhelming
I'll
stratagem.
make it happen.
More
My
st-
gut tells me
more
it's a bad
stacks.
idea.
And blitz stratagem on this area all the way over here.
It's as good as done.
Right. End. It's gonna teleport away when I do this. What I'm gonna do, but that's okay. I've accepted that. Okay, Heinrichs. Start with a
Let's
buff.
see to it.
Shield of the Emperor.
I
Hammer of
won't
the
object
Emperor.
to it.
Just keep stacking buffs. Now you can buff Abelard. He's now within range.
I won't object to it.
Okay, give him more of this.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Right. Killing Edge.
I'm done with this one.
And shoot.
Let's see to it. Nothing stands against me.
Wonderful. Blighted Necron Warrior. Nice dodge. Jai. Jai has a lot of inspiration to give to
Tell me,
Abelard.
and it is done.
She also
Don't
needs to
get too
give
cocky.
this to Abelard. That's your target.
How about no?
Okay. You can have this as well, Abelard. Okay. Then it's your
I
turn.
can do that with the right incentive.
Okay. One step. Reckless swing.
It will be done.
A reckless
That's
strike.
not the Seneschal's
Charge.
job. One fewer target.
Wonderful.
No
Daring
matter the
breach.
cost.
Get all the way over here. Attack. We're almost there.
Grey hair.
Why did I
sure
kill that
hand.
one? Well, it was more so I could get here.
Victory is imminent.
I love blitz stratagem. It's so funny. Right, there he is. Bye. Yeah, that's okay. Now you're gonna run over here. And you're gonna charge
My
over this
place
way.
is at the fore.
Okay. And now we can't reach the enemy, but that's okay.
At your beck and call.
Now someone else can kill it. Taunt it as well.
It will be done.
That's fine. That'll probably... Oh, and some extra temporary wounds. I'll probably do. Jai. Back to your turn. Can you get up here and shoot this guy? Yeah, okay. So get up there.
This battlefield
I
air
hope
is
this
good for my
works.
lungs.
So, first of all, hurt yourself. Then inspire.
Am I getting paid for this?
Then we're gonna go for press the advantage.
Tell me, and it is done.
Shoot it.
Jai Hedar. Really?
And now
I'd like to,
we're gonna
but
shoot
I
it
can't.
like this.
I can do that.
And
You've
again.
got a problem?
Yeah, this wasn't
Am I
really
getting
as
paid
much
for
damage as I
Jai
thought it might be
Hedar?
with all the buffs we gave
Remember
her.
the name. Whoa! I want a medal for that one.
Okay. That'll do. Ulfar. Charge.
None can do this better than a warrior of my hand. This thunder. My strike
Go here
is
and
ruin.
shoot.
The fame-hungry come.
Okay, Revel and Slaughter.
Wolves reign.
Reckless rush.
So it shall be.
Go over here.
I challenge you, damn get.
Kick it.
See, I will carve runes out of your bones.
Now, wildfire.
So shall it be.
Oh,
Carve
I still can't use the other weapon for some reason. That's fine. I'll just keep hitting you with this one. It's okay. End turn. Pascal. Kill it.
Binary override.
Can you shoot this one, by the way, while you're here? Maybe. We need a little bit more damage. Let's first of all do this.
Request approved.
Just see how we're looking here for damage now. If I do... Yeah, that maybe? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Kill this thing.
The living metal has
Cool. Abelard.
I'd rather not.
You can't charge? I guess because it still counts it as
I've
its
seen
same
worse
turn.
battles than this in my time.
Alright.
Target well struck.
Well, I got you. Next one's running away. Doesn't really know what hit it. Okay. Trying to figure out a way to do this that works here. How about here and then shoot?
Who,
Yeah,
if not me? You never stood a chance.
that'll do. Nice dodge. Up here and yeah, up here and then it's gonna teleport. Let's be honest, up here and then it teleports. That's annoying as a position. Okay, nice dodge. Down here, make an opening this
I won't
direction.
object to it.
Okay. Then we're gonna charge.
For the throne's glory.
You will not undo me.
Then probably a hammer of the Emperor. And hit him again.
I won't object to it.
The awakening
Nice.
cannot be stopped.
Yeah, I can't do that on Abelard. Okay. Hit it. It's still not dead? Wait, Abelard, can you... Okay, it's still not dead. My mistake. Thank you. You moved somewhere easier to kill you.
Infinite.
If you would like stop moving. Nice dodge. Heinrichs. Get over here. Charge it. Or get over here and shoot it with your secondary weapon.
I need a foothold.
Okay. Is this even gonna work? Alright, I'm just cycling through till I get someone competent. Pascal, you're competent. There we go. Blow him up. The colossal warrior's formidable underframe can no longer bear his weight. With armor plates clanging, his great bulk slumps, and a deep sound full of rage and tragic despair is born in his chest, which we cannot translate. You notice the convulsions in the Xenos' limbs. The light is flickering in his eyes. Perhaps something went wrong during the monster's awakening from stasis, damaging his engrams and plunging him into madness. What are you? The Xenos' limbs shiver at the sound of your voice. He emits a deep hum full of dour pride. You're unable to decipher it, but you can sense his disdainful rage and stern resolve to kill you. This is neither the dispassion of a prowling beast nor the blinding rage of insanity, but the instinct of a warrior. Your watch is over. The Xenos dies with a piercing howl of wrath. There was no fear in these sounds, only the stubbornness of a true warrior with a touch of regret at his defeat. terrible rumble comes from somewhere deep inside the crypt as soon as the green fire goes out in the fallen warrior's eyes. The glow of the glyphs upon the walls becomes chaotic and disarrayed. Something just broke irreparably in this crypt. Okay. We have a level
to
up.
be made?
We're so close to the end, I refuse to put a cut in the episode. We're gonna level up. Quickly. So, we already know what we're doing. That's fine, we just have to choose talents. Death Dealer, no. Eager for battle, 2 extra action points at the start of combat, completely unnecessary. If you're in light armor, dodge is increased by armor bonus. Boom. That's it. Next, do I have anything ticked? I do, I have reactive study. An enemy affected by exploits within 5 cells of the operative attacks the operative or their ally. The ally suffers 1 additional exploit. Okay, that's fine. Abelard. 15 willpower as long as they have no ranged weapon. First melee attack each round deals an additional 2 damage for every cell between the 2 characters. Heal. Targets that consider him priority do less damage to him. Gains momentum. 5 to all characteristics. Becomes immune to all effects that reduce their MP. I'll take combat meditation. And then we get 1 more point here. Well, we do tend to buff a lot, so even though his fell bonus is garbage, this one might be okay. Just increasing resolve by 2 constantly. No other character has his archetype, though. So doing my part would be free. Yeah, let's take that. That gives him a free ability. Because no one has his Vanguard archetype. Here. Damage increased for each enemy you damage. Anything else? Nope. We'll take that then. Next. We're just very quickly scanning. Stronger together will give everyone strength. Take it. Pascal. Flesh wounds, eager for battle, gives him the more action points. He does use the action points in the in his combat. So that might be worth it. Revenge. Tough as steel. Gains additional wounds which are then increased by other things, which then gives him more strength. Yeah. Let's take that. And then in here, I have nothing ticked for him. Does he have a perception bonus of 10 or higher under no circumstances? To see if he has anything else that seems good. Fires of the Forge gains deflection against burning and flame. You know what? Maybe we take Fires of the Forge. Let's take a roll of the dice that the enemies we're going to face next are flame users exclusively. Eager for battle gives her more action points in the first round of combat. Unnecessary. I don't even know what we would want though. Attacks gain over penetration. You know what we want? We want the one that does damage for each hit, right? What's that called? Crushing velocity, contagion. Cataclysm is for each new enemy you get damaged. There's one that's like for each point of damage you deal more. Degraded defense could be good though, actually, as well, because that would also allow us to put stacks on enemies. Disaster Destroyer? Melee attacks, no. Extermination? Any damage the character deals in combat is increased by 1 for every attack they've made in combat. Yes, that'd be fantastic. She has a lot of multipliers to her damage, but her base damage is garbage, so that'll help her. With her burst attacks. No heresy. It's the only thing we have ticked. I will take no heresy. Ulfar. Cataclysm, eager for battle, flesh wounds, disastrous precision. What was the thing I just literally... Extermination. You already have it. Okay. Action under fire, revenge, unstoppable. Immune to all effects that reduce MP. Deflection is doubled against single target attacks. That sounds pretty good. And then adaptability. Gaining a stack of versatility increases critical hit on that turn. What's Survivor? Using cautious approach also grants us temporary wounds equal to 10% of the Archmilitant's maximum wounds. This the same happens at the start of every turn while Archmilitant remains under the effects of cautious approach. Perfect. Sounds great to me. Right. We are level 59. I don't think we're going to be seeing level 60. Or at least not during the main game. I think we got one more fight. Deactivate the shield. The Lord Inquisitor is expecting the rogue trader below. Unless that was the final boss, but that seems... I don't know. There's so many abilities that are talking about psychers that you're fighting. And so few psychers that you face. I just naturally assume that we're going to face a psyker in here. The surviving soldiers bear grave wounds inflicted by the Goss weapons. Even the most skilled chirurgeon would be likely powerless to heal them. What have we got over here? Bulky device whose machine spirit is continuously weaving a protective force field. This must be what is holding the Xenos at bay, but looking at its unsteady flickering, one cannot help but wonder how long this barrier will last. Okay, well, we will go to Epitaph.